Hello, everybody. This is Brett with the Indie Comics Dispatch and broadcasting from a location deep within the Milky Way galaxy. This is Broadcast from the Dispatch. Good evening, Tyrone.
What's going on? Well, another Wednesday. A
Another
special Wednesday.
It's our favorite Wednesday of the month, I think,
Yeah, it is. It is. It's our
because
try
it's
not to get kicked off
ICD and
of.
Friends Night.
Yeah. AKA try not to get kicked off of every social platform.
Or
night.
get off on every social platform for that matter. That would also be equally bad,
Yeah. That would
Tyrone.
be very bad. With this group, is
You never know.
you never know what's gonna happen.
Oh, so what you got going on this week?
Oh man, it's been busy, mainly with my main gig.
Yeah.
You know how that part is, like corporations after the new year, everything is
Oh, do I?
3,000 miles an hour. So that's been busy. Shipping out comics and stuff, the Stars Kickstarter stuff, shipping that out. So those are going out. So some people are going to get some really dope posters and that trading card that I wanted to keep all 100 of them because they're so dope.
They're like velvet or something, right?
Yeah, they are.
Or-
Yeah. They have like a velvety, like they're so cool. I just hope no one ruins them because they could be ruined. So what I did, because when I got them and I felt it, I was like, yeah, these are gonna need protectors. I'm not gonna just drop these drop these in there. Like, these are gonna need protectors. So I got a protective sleeve for all of them and put them all in there.
That's
And then
awesome.
also work with Serge, who is actually going to be the artist for Stop, which we're going to be starting that soon. Start, yeah. We're gonna be starting Stop soon. But he did the drawings for the Stars photo shoot picture and the Stars, the Stars pictures with the roadies. And it's so
Yep.
cool because I've seen them all, and I think I showed you yours.
You did.
And everyone looks like their person. So it's gonna be cool whenever I send those to. If I get those to people, I think they're gonna trip out. But
Yeah, I mean, I did.
look just like you.
It
And I'm
did.
gonna color them. No, some of them your glasses
you?
red. Yeah, I'm gonna color them.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, everybody out there, it is ICD and Friends Night. But before we introduce the usual set of suspects, I do want to say if you like what we do here and you think, hey, I'd like them to keep doing that, whatever it is they do, then you can support us as a monthly donor on Patreon. We're up to 7 patrons tier. We were just 3
Yes.
patrons away from making Scorpio play D&D for the first time.
He's gonna have to buy some dice.
He's backstage right now. I can see him though, and he's laughing and shaking his head. We will come to your home.
Exactly.
I swear to God.
I'll fly over there. I'll fly over there. I got a gas mask still. I'll be over there.
Also, if you're one of our first 10 patrons, I sent 7 out this week to our patrons. If you're one of our first 10, so that's 3 patrons left, you get a physical copy of Representation in Comics. Every patron gets some stickers sent to them. If you don't have extra money, we get it. Economy can be tight. Wait till that next stimulus check comes, then give us some. But you can help us right now by sharing this live stream. Share it to your Facebook group. Share it to your profile. Share it. And if you're listening to this after the fact on podcast, like, rate, and subscribe.
Yep. Well, sharing is free, and that
is free.
It does so much just to share.
It does. In fact, I've shared it twice already while we've been online.
I got to catch up.
All right. I'm going to welcome, because his show is premiering next week, Kickstarter Connection with Scorpio Chronicles. Scorpio, How you doing, my friend?
What's going on?
I am not playing D&D. I don't care what
playing,
y'all
man.
think.
You're playing.
We're gonna invite you to a night of ICD and friends, and we're just gonna spring it on you.
You're not even gonna know.
You'll
just gonna
show up,
gonna
and
get-
Chris from Homebrewed will be here.
I would
just
be
gonna
like, no, y'all being too nice this week.
Just gonna get dice in the mail. That's all. You're just gonna be like, what is this for?
And so we're going to welcome to the stream because they've already made goal on their Kickstarter. What? Starsky and Hutch.
Yes.
Hold on.
Congratulations.
Wait.
Can we all just take it down a notch real quick so I can say hi to Twitch? Hey, Twitch. How are you all tonight?
Are we on Twitch tonight? Oh,
We are. Tonight's our first night on Twitch,
Oh.
so we probably have zero
I know
That
more
is
about the
right
show.
there right now.
I know more about the show than the co-host.
You
Oh,
read the
wow.
caption, he didn't.
I didn't.
Exactly.
I didn't read the caption.
I have him
appreciate
trained well.
I see how it is, Starsky.
And John, our favorite retail comic salesperson, John from Encased Comics. John, welcome.
Hello.
What's going on?
Yeah, I didn't know we were on Twitch either. I didn't read it. So
See, exactly.
It's okay. It's okay. According to Starsky,
we-
you're not the co-host, so it's.
We dropped Twitter in
Give him
favor
that dead
of
eye.
Twitch because of better user interaction and whatnot. So,
And I have a Twitch
Um,
too, Silver's
see?
Game. So follow both of us.
yeah.
I have
yeah.
a Twitch by the end of this campaign.
You're
Uh,
gonna have a TikTok by the end of this campaign.
Yes, you are.
I bet I'm not.
I say
I
if you
bet I
make
would start it for you.
$4,000 stretch goal, TikTok.
You need to get a TikTok because you got to do the busted challenge.
Dude, if we make $4,000,
You gotta do
then
that.
I think even Matt would make a TikTok.
You
I'll
got to do
probably
the
make a TikTok.
Starsky, you got to do the busted challenge, and Matt has to do the silhouette challenge.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know what any of those are. So
Yeah, this means nothing to me.
you're just
So
saying
tonight's just free form. We're talking about indie comics. If you're out there watching, drop your comments, drop your questions for our panels. I'm going to give Aaron and Matt, otherwise known as Starsky and Hutch, a moment to promote their 2 minutes to promote your Kickstarter and give the show on the road.
All right, Aaron, you get 4 because you get my 2 minutes too.
No, you get 2 minutes total,
No,
not a piece.
no, we're separating it and adding it together. And then,
Wait. Okay, hold on.
You can't even tell.
All right. I know that's why it's so funny.
Where
If you're
Aaron
listening
go?
to the podcast, Aaron and Matt have on fake mustaches.
mhm.
That's
Where'd
right.
Aaron go? I
Where's
don't see
Steve?
Aaron.
So guys, I'm trying to stick it up so it's like part of my nose.
oh, wow. No, that's terrible.
Just turn into a unibrow.
There you go.
All day.
Because that's what I
All
would-
day.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
So, One Last Job is a spy and espionage comic. Yeah, it's a
I'm gonna
little
need that not to
lopsided.
fit
It's because I did
perfectly.
it myself. It's a spy and espionage black and white comic. It's the first one of a 4-part miniseries. We funded on the first day, which is fantastic. And for us, definitely spanked some backer goals for the quickest that we've ever hit that amount. So we're at 57 right now. And hey, when we hit 75, we unlock one of Tears books. Tears. So if you haven't backed it, go check it out. There's a lot of cool rewards on there for everybody. You can also get a copy of Welcome to Everville if you guys missed out on that. There's retailer
Which is a
rewards if you
no-brainer.
guys know some stores that would like that. And I even have a tier on there where I can draw you guys a horrible sketch of whatever character you want.
Mhm.
And I'm not an artist. Just note that. But it's on there. It's available.
It's gonna be sticks and shapes.
Matt, say something. Hurry. Use our time.
Back the book, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. That's all I know how to say. When you're
Wow.
on stream, that's what you say, right?
Wow.
$4,000 TikTok stretch goal. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
There we go.
$6,000 and Aaron draws a variant cover.
Oh man,
oh no.
Yes.
All day,
Oh no.
All day.
gonna have to get that graded.
all
Okay,
the
I
time.
can't stand this anymore. Going back
If you
to
are
the-
watching this after the stream, we're going to record some bonus content for patrons only. We're going to give our top indie picks for this month. So if you want to get those updates, those recommendations, you got to be a patron. Scorpio's still saying no, he's not going to play D&D.
Hey. We
I'll be
only
signed
need
up
three
today.
more. 3 more. And he can play D&D.
3 more.
If we get 3 more, I'm gonna be so.
Oh, we're gonna get 3 more. It's gonna
Listen,
happen.
Scorpio, if it's this group playing D&D, we would have fun. That's the
Hold on,
difference.
let me do that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we would.
Uh-oh.
Oh
feature.
no!
Two
God,
more.
Don't do that. God, don't,
All right,
God.
Matt, let's do
All
this.
right, hold on.
I hate y'all.
We about to play some D&D.
I hate y'all so much.
So,
Surprise!
Aaron
It's
and Matt
tonight.
as Aaron and Matt have found out, February is a fantastic month for Kickstarters. There is a ton of Kickstarters going on this month. Scorpio's new show premieres next week, Kickstarter Connection, and your first show is
February 9th, and my first guest is going to be Burlap Comics, the
That's
90s
right.
Nightmare Trilogy.
which is doing fantastic on Kickstarter right now.
Yes, he's actually, I think he's hit his third stretch goal
Mhm.
already.
He probably just started a TikTok.
Probably he's
what you
he's
do.
at he's
Must be
like
nice.
I think he's like over 5,000.
Oh,
Wow.
He's going. His next goal is 5,500, so he's pretty close to that.
Wow.
That is cool.
Yeah,
But that's for more than one book too. That's like 3 or 4 books I think
Yeah.
he's putting out with that. So
yeah.
that's cool. So gentlemen, let's talk Kickstarters for a minute to kind of help grease the wheels for Scorpio's show next week. What are you following on Kickstarter right now? What are you excited for other than your own books? Those of you who have Kickstarters this month.
Man.
Tier, you can mention your Kickstarter.
Why are we even here?
No, right?
Golly.
I'm trying to think
Well,
of
I'll
what.
say I would say I've already backed
yeah.
One Last Job.
As much as I hate him, and he looks like me, I guess Dead End Moon, Mike Tiener's
day.
book.
Yeah,
Beautiful
the next
art.
one I got to back.
Well,
I would say
he's
tenor.
the
My
he's
bad.
the creator. Him and his fiance are the creator, and then
Fiancé?
they have a writer and amazing artist. I can't. What was her name? Alex something.
Madej.
No, that's different artist, different book.
Oh yeah, that's his other book.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Anyway, it's all painted, beautiful goodness. So
I'll tell you one.
as much as I don't like him, I like his book.
Yeah, forget Mike. Forget you, Mike.
He was just on Beards and Comics, wasn't he?
I know. Right?
Yeah.
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 We
I
just
went
threw-
through
We all chatted it up.
So for me, Carla Nappi has Duplicates right now.
Yeah.
And that book is legit. I read the first 2 and I still have the third one to go through, but yeah, I backed on that real quick. And then Anenra, they're struggling on their Kickstarter, but he has a really good property. It's virus based and it's horror. But it was very enjoyable, very cool art style. So hopefully he can pull it out. He's going on his 3rd and 4th issue as well.
Nice. Very good.
There's these for me, like there's these publishers by the name of Sovereign Comics.
Those guys.
Like it's
Those
more
guys,
than
you
one
know.
person.
I stay far away from those guys.
They're bad news, but
Bad news.
bad
bear.
news, but they got some good stories. Some good stories over there.
They do.
Um,
They do.
On
So
the
when does that Kickstarter start?
the 15th of February?
15th of
15th
February.
be Cypher Team issue 1. But I got back Francesco Tomaselli to do a variant, so that's gonna
Yes.
be dope.
Yes. it
Because
is.
he's done like a lot of my variants with that painterly style that he does, and so I've already shown him what I want to do after talking with Matt and Aaron. I'm gonna do like a G.I. Joe-esque type feel to it and use the one of the characters.
Uh-oh.
Look who's in here.
Who's in the house?
Quentin.
And use just Recoil as the main, since she does a lot in issue 1. But I'm also looking forward to Advent Comics Southside, which is
That's
out.
what I was going to
Looking
say.
forward to that,
Southside
too.
1, I backed that,
Yeah.
and it was good. It's very Punisher vibe if you like Punisher. Definitely not a kids comic at all. But issue 2, I think starts. Did it start today, or when does it start?
I think it
It
already
may have started today.
started. It was either today
Yeah.
or yesterday, but it already
That
started.
makes sense. I've been in a time warp this week.
Yeah.
That's the
John
Mandela effect.
Westhoff says that he's excited about Mad Gasser by John Rodriguez. We will check it out, John.
What's up, John? See that guy a lot lately.
Was that a Velociraptor head in this picture?
I hope so.
I'm gonna go with yeah, John. If you could
That's what I'm talking
clarify
about.
what the hell's going on in your profile picture, we would appreciate it.
Yes,
That's his-
species definition, please.
That's his D&D character,
Yeah, it is.
Scorpio.
I don't know
Quentin
what you're
Quentin
talking
just
about.
joined the stream. Quentin
Sorry.
has a new show coming on called Quentin's Engine Works, where he
Yes.
will be interviewing kind of more mainstream indie, I guess, non-small press indie people for the most part. And we're excited about that. That starts tomorrow. You can catch it on ICD channels and Quentin's personal page also. Quentin, you got any Kickstarters that you're following?
There's one that caught my eye that I actually pledged about the other day. It's called One Last Job.
Who did that?
Yeah.
Not heard of that.
Um, you know,
Some weirdos.
any more though? For right now, I'm kind of feeling the pinch a bit for cash, so I haven't. I'm trying to stay away from Kickstarters because there are so many out there that look
Strangers.
at and go with that. I want that. So
Well, you
Yeah.
know,
So
as long as
true.
you went ahead and pledged to One Last Job, we'll forgive you. You
That's
know,
right.
just understand after that one.
You are forgiven.
Yeah, just
You're done.
understand. Yeah, bring
No,
it
you
back a
got
little
one.
bit.
And I have a
You got
digital
one
tier,
more.
just get that
You got
digital
one
tier
more.
safer team.
I always thought you were a physical tier. That's weird.
Right?
John just wanted to clarify with us. His son is wearing Blue the Velociraptor helmet. It roars. I may need one
That's
of those.
cool.
That
That's
is
awesome.
cool.
I like
We
it.
should do
Um,
one ICD and friends, maybe for Halloween. All of us come here
Masquerade
like,
party.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we should just do one where we all talk like velociraptors the whole time.
how do they talk?
That would be bonus
No.
content right there.
Bonus content.
Bonus content.
Wow.
We need a translator.
Our John, in case comics, John. You following anything right now, man?
Yeah, so I'm following Illicit Illuminati on Javin Jordan. He actually has
Yes.
Dead End
Yes.
kicking off in 2 days.
Yes,
So I'm
starts
following
Friday.
that one. So I'm looking forward to that one. You know, I've followed his work with the Sav as well. And I'm also going to be I'm following and I can't say his last name. His first name is Timothy. He's coming out one called Strings. I think he actually is with Izzy Comics and Collectibles. So
yeah, it's like
so it
Timothy.
sound,
Yaz
Yaz
Guire or
Guris,
something like
that. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
gotten. He did one of the My Venomous Little Pony. He did a cover swipe for the Deadpool and Possessed by Venom.
I've seen
and
that.
that was an interesting.
yeah,
That's
so-
really cool.
yeah, it's supposed to be a psychological thriller, and I love psychological thrillers in reading or in video games because I am still a gamer too. So it's one of those like, okay, let's take a look at it.
Yeah, that's
That
awesome.
explains your headset now. Now I get it.
I have one of
That's
those
a
too,
gaming
but it's for
headset.
work.
Mm.
Yeah,
We could
mine's
be
over
twins,
here
John.
too.
We all have gaming headsets, Brett.
Mine's for work. I don't game
Mine's for work,
actually.
too.
I'm a loser.
Not all of us.
No.
We're supposed to just go with it, Scorpio.
We know you don't game, Scorpio.
Do you have a D&D headset, Scorpio?
No.
You might need
Whatever
Gonna
those
need one.
are.
You're gonna
No.
need one. I'm gonna send it with
All
your
right.
dice.
So I have Scorpio's shipping address. I'm gonna send him some dice.
Oh, I hate you.
I can't wait.
Nice.
I forgot
It's going to
had
be
that.
awful.
Oh, I forgot you had that.
I mean, I
Some
have it
special
too. Let me know what he needs.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
have it too.
So
Me
it's
too.
tier.
I have it too. I saw
Oh,
it.
my Lord.
I just
Oh my
posted
God,
it in the
dude.
comments
We should
section so
all-
everybody has it.
Listen, we should all just start sending him one dice a week on different days.
Yeah,
One die a week
Kinda like-
on different
one
days.
die. Yeah.
There
Why?
you
Why?
go. You gotta have a lot of D6s, man. I'm just saying.
It'd just be funny to see Scorpio finally snap. I wonder, like, how many die in he would get before he. I can't do this.
One. It'd be one.
Yeah, just
I'm
one.
like, no.
Return to sender.
As soon as I open it up, nope.
Nah, he's gonna get that D3. And he's gonna be like, "What do you even do with this?"
All right, what is?
See, for his show, that you need to make his show logo something with a dice, with dice
Yeah.
in it.
Don't do that.
Should.
No.
Part of the intro.
Don't do that. Do
I
not.
know.
Scorpio and
I
the
know
D&D
somebody who makes
connection.
comics.
Have
I know who-
Scorpio as an animated character running away from dice rolling behind him.
Yep, like Indiana Jones style.
And
Yeah.
I'm checking Fiverr right now.
Yeah, you
Oh, I
use a
hate
1d20
you.
for it.
You know
What's
who
that,
could design?
Quentin?
Go ahead, Quentin.
Use a 1d20 for it. Instead of a boulder.
Yep,
Nope.
exactly.
Quinn's like, what? I mean, Scorpio's like, what?
There's this one guy
Exactly.
who owns homebrewed comics. I think he could probably design it.
I think he probably could.
We don't know
He's our
him.
D&D.
Look
Or, I
at
mean,
us
he's our
looking out for you,
game
Scorpio.
master.
I don't know
we're
why.
just- We're gonna make this great.
So, okay, moving off of D&D. Moving on. What is...
We're gonna come back to it later. I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
I love that
we'll be
Brett
back
is
later.
We'll be
terrified.
back. We'll be
Brett
back.
is terrified when D&D comes up.
45 minutes. Get the shakes. So what is it, if you're on the fence with the Kickstarter, what is one of the rewards that will make you back it every single time?
A digital physical combo for me,
Mm.
so I can have it on the go
Mhm.
and I can have it at home. You know, that's usually what gets me.
Same. If it's I'll say if it's a decent little, price, if it's digital for like $3 and then physical for 10, and that includes shipping, then usually I'll just be like, let me go ahead and grab the physical. It's only, $7 more bucks.
Yeah, I think as long as, like Aaron was saying, I mean Starsky,
Thank you, Hutch.
as long as I know, I just don't like going to the checkout and then being like, you finally get around to buying it, and then you say $7 more.
Oh, I've
That's
backed
it.
out of stuff a lot when that
I
happens.
have backed out of things because of like I finally get around to like, okay, this book, I'm on the fence, and I finally go to make that plunge, and then I see it's an extra $8 to ship the book. I'm like, nah, I'm good. So if I see all the price up front, like if it's the book's $10 and I get like a physical and a digital, and I know that that's what I'm paying when I hit this button, and that's what I'm gonna get, I'm good.
Yeah.
I have a,
Absolutely.
there.
Got really deep and weird for a second.
Oh, sorry guys, I brought it down.
I had a whole
I mean
different
pins.
order.
I like
every
pins.
time. I love
Pins.
I don't like
Quentin, were you going to say something?
Personally, some of the stuff. Don't get me wrong. The art. Some of the art prints and all that stuff are cool, but I don't know about you guys. I have limited wall space.
Mhm.
No.
That's me.
Yeah,
I've
right now
stopped
I'm pro-
getting the poster packs unless it's like a stretch goal.
That's why you notice we just give that away in like,
Yeah.
first day backer reward.
Yeah.
And then we're actually doing a real poster, like a fold up poster for one of our stretch goals. So.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Because most people don't,
Right now-
they won't grab that. But
Yeah, because right now I'm coming into you guys from my car because I just got off work. But tomorrow when I do the show, you'll see my wall. I have no wall. I've got so many books on the walls that already. I have nothing to put anywhere.
Yeah, he's going to start putting posters in the car, and then it's just dangerous.
Covering the windshield.
Yeah.
you see
for me,
posters behind them in the show.
for me, it's
Put
actually just
transformer stuff
looking.
on the
Coming from a
car.
car. What's that?
What's
So-
that, John?
I already have I have too much Transformer stuff on the car already.
John?
I was gonna say, for me, I look for one retail package. You'd be surprised how many Kickstarters I've seen that don't have one, and if they do have one, it's ensuring that there's a break-even point that is going to actually benefit both of us. And it sounds horrible because as a comic book reader, I want to be able to help as many as I can, but as a retailer, I also got to be able to sell and make a little bit on it. And I know we've kind of talked about that before.
It's all right.
And-
That's a dead horse that needs to be beat.
Well,
It is.
He hits on such a good point because I
Exactly.
think a lot of shops don't even look at Kickstarters anymore because
don't.
they're not used to seeing retail. And then it leaves it on us to like let stores know, like, hey, by the way, there's retail packs on there.
Yep.
But then I also think that retailers might think that we're not going to give them a good deal because it's a Kickstarter and they think we're just trying to make as much money as we can, so they're going to pay full price, but we're not. We're making the retail packs, a good deal for them as well. Just to get the product out.
Yep.
So that brings up a good point, because I know a lot of people out there thinking you guys, you were over $1,000 on your Kickstarter. You're rolling in the dough, but comics, and we've talked about this before on the Dispatch, but comics cost a lot to be made. So for people out there listening, we have some creators here. How much does it cost you roughly to produce an issue? Not printing, but just the art and the proofing and the editing. Hopefully you get an editor, free or otherwise.
I would say art can range anywhere from $2,500 to probably $5,000, depending on your artist and who it is you try to go for. Get a comic.
Wow.
Scorpio's like, whoa.
Yeah, my artist ain't look.
Matt just realized he's not charging Aaron nearly enough.
But I'm just saying, it depends on the artist. My artists that I deal with, they're good priced, so I don't have to pay much. But I will say, on one of my books, I was up in that $5,000 range because I had to redo the book. Like, the book was finished, but the art was. I don't work with these artists anymore. I'm not going to say who they are, but the art was garbage tier. So I brought my lead artist in, and we redid that, and I am so glad. Yeah.
Did you get any money back?
Huh?
Did you get any money back?
No, I took that.
It was like I had to redo my book.
Exactly. It was horrible. It was horrible. And so I brought my lead. And the crazy part was, like, when I showed my lead team
one at a time.
When I showed first, you go first.
I would have been knocking on somebody's front door.
Yeah. I just took it as an eat. I just ate it, and I took it as a learning experience. That's why I'm so strict with the artists that I work with. So if I say I want to work with you, obviously I see something. I'm strict now. But my lead team, even when they looked at the book, he was like, my lead artist, he was like, "Sir, please let me redo this book." Sir, please let me redo this. And I was like,
"Sir, may I please redo this book?"
Yeah, he even gave me a discount. He was like, "We'll drop the rate. We'll drop the rate and redo this book because this." He was like, "You can't." No, I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to." So that book is digital. I never got it printed. It's digital. Maybe if I do issue 2 of Temple High, because it was issue 1 of Temple High that got slaughtered. I'm glad we redid it because the new version is amazing.
Was that the Kickstarter version?
Yeah, that was the. Well, I didn't kickstart the horrible one.
You kickstarted the good one. Yeah.
Who knows though? If I would have kickstarted the horrible one, I probably would have got $30,000 for it. Like,
you should make that a stretch goal for Temple High 2.
That's weird.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Get the horrible version of Temple High 1 when you hit a certain level.
The error edition.
That's what I was thinking. But yeah, you get.
I'm always about weird stretch goals.
Yeah. Get the bad art edition. Call it the bad
Someone
art
messaged me. John will appreciate this. Someone messaged me about us having that ash can as an add-on, and they're like, "I've never bought an ash can. Do I want an ash can? Why do I want this ash can?" And I just I never responded and just let themselves talk. And then they sent me a message and they're like, "I added the ash can."
I love it.
Nice.
I love it.
That is
so.
Cool.
Catalyst Comics Studio is a little bit of a different setup than a lot of indie comics because you are a writer and an artist. But yet you still hire artists for a lot of your books. What would you say your going rate to create a comic book is before you take in printing costs?
I mean, just production wise, it's we hit right around the $2,000 mark. I mean, right around $2,000. So in reality, we're really good with penny pinching. So we can get a campaign, done, funded, and shipped, and probably be right around $2,500 altogether.
Okay. Yeah. So I know when I first heard that figure, like, it shocked me because I was one of those people who thought, no, it doesn't cost that much. But artists want to get paid, and so so
what's funny, Brett? Writers do too.
No, they don't.
We do,
but we never get to.
We never.
If you wanted to make money, you wouldn't have been a writer.
Yeah, so do letterers. Well, I'm an inker too, so I mean, inkers want to get paid too. So
yeah, that's another reason why we could do it. at such a discount, because we're really just paying a regular penciler, inker, colorist.
Yeah.
Aaron's doing lettering, post-production, getting everything out set up for the printer. We've got all that, but the books me and him do, it's even better. Like we're not paying each other anything. We're just putting that money back into the company. So,
and that's smooth.
Yeah, but really about $2,000 is kind of where we sit on most of it. So it depends on if we hire a colorist or, depends on the team lineup.
That's all subject to change going forward. If there's a particular project that we want to maybe flagship or level up a little bit, then that'll probably be more.
Yeah.
Right. So don't stop funding them at $2,000 is what they're saying.
Yeah. Pretty much.
The more you give us, the better the books will be.
Exactly.
Like we'll hire amazing top tier artists if you give us the money to.
Yeah, exactly.
If you give us the money, we'll get the Lee Weeks cover done. That's all we're saying.
That's how I look at it, because if I were to get, because I see like a lot of people get like $20,000 and it's like, oh, I ran out of money. How? Like if you gave me $20,000,
very easy.
It's very easy. It's usually
you
that
don't
means
keep track of your stretch goals. You don't keep track of the shipping costs. You don't.
You got to be losing track of a lot of stuff, because I mean, most of I think Stars was my highest at a little over $2,000, but the rest of them were at 1,000, and I was still able to get my stuff, ship them out. But I don't know. Like when I see $20,000 and they're like, I've seen people like they'll have $20,000, but they'll have like maybe 300 people or whatever.
I'll tell you.
And I know when
6 covers, we just talked about this last night. If you have like 4, 5, 6 covers, heaven forbid 2 or 3 people get each one of them, because then you have to hit that minimum order to even be able to get it printed, and you're essentially printing a whole other book, and you're going to have just extra random crap stock, and you're paying all that money for it. What up, Joe?
Yeah. But it's like you said, though, I think you got to be frugal, because I know the printers that I'm with, if I had 300 backers, like I already know how much I would pay, and it would be nowhere near $20,000. Like nowhere near. I would still have.
No, but people are adding like stretch goals of animation and stretch goals of like foil cards, like hologram cards and stuff, and that's where it goes.
So did you guys ever
for it, though? Good team.
Did you guys ever watch that cartoonist kayfabe? You guys ever watch that guy?
Yeah,
those guys on. Have you remember Jim Ruggs' Blacklight comic?
I don't.
He did a Kickstarter with a Blacklight comic, the first one they've ever done with like the whole book.
To read it under a blacklight.
I mean, you can, and it's probably going to be dope.
Shit.
But
it's gorgeous.
Like one of his Kickstarter rewards, and you could still go on his website and download it for like I think $4 or $5, and it's his entire process / breakdown of his Kickstarter prices and everything he's done on it. And he made like, I can't remember what it was, like $200 and something thousand, and like 80,000 was just shipping.
Oh wow,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
but that's a nice segue into
like pirateship.com.
Well, and then he also did
talking about pirate ship.
Yeah, he also did backer kit because he had so many backers.
Right,
like that's eating up stuff. But he did it. He broke down like how much packaging tape cost, everything. Like it's interesting to see how much went to actual production.
So I guess what that says is people, just because you see a Kickstarter, they're $1,000, they're good to go. No, we're not.
Now, do people not budget before they?
I mean,
okay. Well, so Scorpio, I don't even take it offensively because people ask all the time. Like, you see our goal of 1,000, right? Yeah. Well, we just told you it costs about 2,000.
Yeah.
The reality is we just don't think we have the audience to set a $2,500 goal and feel confident enough. We'd rather hit that momentum at the beginning and stretch it out through the rest of the campaign. But yeah, I mean, the budgeting side of it is there's a number when you have that you put in front of everybody on your Kickstarter, but then there's a number behind the scenes that you're like, this is the actual amount we'd like to make.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I mean, because like Tim was saying, $20,000. I mean,
Yeah, but what comes with that though? Like, what things are you having to get done?
And
Well,
if you've
I mean-
misjudged your shipping costs and the price of materials
Honestly,
Yeah.
and the price of
That's
postage,
the one
that can eat
thing.
up a ton.
And
That's
printing
the one thing
itself
that I
is
can
a
agree with.
beast for indie comic creators. We just don't get the rates that the big companies do. And when I say we don't get the rates, I mean we're paying almost 1,000% more than what they're paying per issue.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, mathematically, it's about 1,000% more to get each copy printed. And it's absurd, but it's nothing, we can't do anything until we're either making it to that point where we're getting a decent amount of orders that we can, print more, or printing cost goes down magically somehow.
Now have-
Because
Go
I say
ahead,
for
Chris.
me, like I know I'm paying about $2.50 to $3 per book,
Mhm.
and I would say the big guys are probably paying 20 cents to 30 cents
Right.
per book. Then they got
Flip
all
a
these
table.
stores, and they got all these stores that they can get into. And then
Yeah.
the stores are like, Indies, you charge too much, and it's like if you knew how
Yeah.
much DC was actually paying for a book, and the fact that they're charging you $4.99.
And they're still giving you guys a fake feeling cover, a little paper. It's the same material on the inside of the book as it is on the cover now. They're
Ink
still
coming
giving
off
that
on your
crap.
fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow.
I mean, I actually have to press their books before I even send them out to get graded. That's
That is
how
stupid.
Really.
wavy. That's how wavy they show up, and how
Yeah.
flimsy the covers and the pages are. I have to
Mm.
actually press them myself.
I'm so mad right now.
So-
God.
Yeah. It's odd.
Chris says big companies have advertising and bulk costs to bring down the costs or cost down. It's almost impossible for us to reach their quantity level. That's
Yep.
true.
Preach.
Now, question: have any of you ever had to come out of pocket?
Oh yeah.
Cheers like
After
I live out of pocket.
Kickstarter.
What the heck are
After
you talking about?
Kickstarter.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Like, after
Oh, yeah.
Kickstarter,
Yeah.
you-
Yeah, my whole
You-
book,
Oh, yeah,
all
yeah.
of my books are done out of pocket.
oh wow.
I'll say we've gotten much better with it.
Yeah.
It's a learning process.
I would say yes and no, but the difference is if we just were doing books and we just did Kickstarter, we would probably not be doing that right now.
Yeah.
But we're taking some of that money and putting it into different things as we go. So we already know, hey, we're taking this out of Kickstarter. We're going to have to pay for this out of pocket when the artist brings us some more pages. Okay, cool. We'll do that because we're going to put more money in the company anyway, so it doesn't matter, So
Or
That's all
you
it is.
spend a whole bunch of money and build a studio.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Yeah, all that money goes back in because I know a lot of people
Yeah.
think too. All these indie guys, they're just pocketing it and they're buying Ferraris. No.
Who says
Really?
Ferrari?
They're not. My money
Yeah.
is going right back into
Yeah,
my
the
business.
little,
I haven't seen anything.
Little
Oh,
Hot
my
Wheels
artist have-
Ferrari.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I'm
Hot
with
Wheel
you,
Ferrari maybe. But then again, I can't even get that. I still can't get that. I mean, my artist
Can't
has
either,
made
man.
more from Sovereign Comics than I've made from Sovereign Comics. So I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just saying.
Unless your name
So,
is Todd McFarlane.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's
And have,
that's
your,
what I'm trying to do.
and have your own toys and everything on
Yeah,
the
I
side.
wanna be
that
like
makes
Todd
you
when I
extra
grow
money.
up.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
right. Which is why you see so many indie guys trying to sign on with the bigger publishing studios. Not Marvel and DC, but the still creator owned indie studios. We all have a friend who
Yeah.
recently did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which congratulations, right on. I know of another person going through the process to do that. But you
I know
start
someone too.
making money on comics to then invest in your own comics.
I mean, I would as well if it didn't involve me messing with my IPs.
Yeah.
Or developing something for another company. If there's something pre-established that they would like me to write on, then I would do. Hey, if you guys out there have something pre-established that you would like me to write,
Hey,
Let me
Todd,
know.
if
I'm
you're
open.
listening.
yeah,
Yeah, right. I want to write an issue of Spawn, just one, just the
dude,
short
I'll
story.
write Spawn Junior. I don't care.
Oh man,
Okay,
I would have so much fun.
I'm so far out of the Marvel comic loops. Did you guys know Venom had a son?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Darn
the
it.
new Venom.
The
What?
new Venom.
There's a
Yeah,
new
Ven-
Venom.
No,
Venom
not
Junior.
new Venom. The newest run that they're on
Oh,
now.
okay.
Is
You
it
mean
called
so,
Venom
like,
Junior?
So
How did
Venom
that
has-
work?
Dylan.
Yeah, that's
Eddie
Brock.
Brock.
Dylan.
has a-
Okay, yeah, I knew Eddie Brock
We're
has a
talking
son.
Yeah, Dylan Brock.
'Cause I knew Yeah, because I mean, I knew Venom had a son too. His name was Carnage. But I mean,
Right,
what are y'all
yeah.
talking about?
No,
Yeah,
like
I
there's
mean,
a
yeah.
boy, like
A
a
boy?
human boy,
Eddie Brock had a son.
Yeah,
Oh.
Eddie Brock.
Okay, got it.
and then
Oh,
that
okay.
that son has Venom powers also. I'm so confused.
So when a mommy and a daddy,
Keep going. Tyr talked about getting off on all social media channels earlier.
it's called
so
symbiotic.
Here we go.
Yeah,
It's a symbiotic relationship.
it breaks into two and becomes symbiote.
That's right. He's
Is that what
symbiotic.
happens?
okay.
I'm doing it wrong.
I'm not gonna read it still, but
All right.
All right, yeah. Staying on me now.
God.
are we still on Twitch?
It's been
Are we
fun,
still
Twitch. It's been
Yeah. They're like, no, not these guys. Oh man.
there? Oh.
Yeah, but I knew about Carnage. I didn't know there was a little baby Eddie.
yeah.
Is
Yeah, I didn't know
did
that
they
one.
call it Venom Jr. though? Because if they don't call it Venom Jr., I'm really not reading it.
No.
No,
No.
I'm not reading it.
What's his name, Quentin? It's like Dylan or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Dylan Brock.
That's his hero name? His name's
No.
Dylan?
Eddie
Oh.
Brock's son.
We are Dylan.
We are Dylan.
Right.
We are
Yeah.
dead.
Every Dylan I've ever known has been a dick.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is true.
one just popped in my mind when you said that.
Really?
Anyway.
Yeah.
D Brock.
Uh-oh.
Is it Dylan with a Y?
Oh,
Doesn't
God.
matter.
I think
Doesn't
so.
matter.
It matters.
You know, I think it does matter.
It does matter.
Oh.
The shade.
Well, we are rounding out about a little over 3/4 of the way through the show. We're trying to start keeping the show to an hour. That's for our own sanity and for our podcast
Because he wants to
listeners.
just take the extra 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, and he's going to give it he's upselling it to you all through Patreon, which, hey, he wants to make sure that we mention Patreon.
Yeah, thank you.
And now to you, Tyr.
And that you got to share. Share this
Yes.
and share our Patreon. You know why?
Yeah.
Because Scorpio needs to play D&D.
I
That's
told
right.
you it's gonna come back to
Here.
me.
Y'all are going to see
Absolutely.
it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And we're going to leave him in the cave and make him
Look,
fight
okay.
the monster by himself.
If you've smiled once while watching this stream, then just give it a share.
Exactly.
Give it a share.
Give it a share.
That's all.
Tell people, hey,
Hey, Brett.
this is
I do
plenty
want to
of
thank our
shit.
newest patron this week, Brandon. Brandon is from Georgia. He's a fellow comic creator. He became a patron this week, so thank
Oh.
you, Brandon.
So was that 7 or 8?
That's 7. That's 7. I included that in the count earlier.
I'm going to share this again on my Instagram.
Y'all
Sure,
are
too.
Quentin,
just
you were going to
so-
say something, I think. Or did I
Devils.
make that up?
You just answered my question. I was just about to ask how many more people until we're playing D&D with Scorpio.
3
That's what I'm
more,
talking
just
about,
3.
Quentin.
Just 3. And Chris, our DM,
Yeah,
says,
our
ha
GM.
ha ha. That's, I'm sure, how he said it. Ha ha ha. I can't wait for this session.
Hey,
You're
Chris,
gonna
we
be
gotta
waiting a
find
long time, Chris.
Chris, we got to find a way to leave him in the dungeon, just so he can handle it by himself.
Talking about
Oh.
D&D for a minute, though, when we do this, to make it work, one of my friends was telling me about a site called Roll20, where make D&D from it'll work perfectly for us because it's not like we're all going to be able to gather around the table.
Or
Sounds good.
StreamYard,
StreamYard.
as long as
Um,
DM can handle it.
Jason Alexander says, "Hey y'all, Jason is the one of the creators behind mini comic bundles that I just really love. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
you do.
Oh,
I
the
do
little
love
ones,
them.
like the.
Yeah,
How many
they're-
pages are those?
I don't know, Jason. Tell us how many. They're like 8 pages. Like they're not long. 6, 8 pages. But they're fun, and they're cheap. It's like $5 a month on Ko-Fi.
Cheaper than D&D.
Exactly. Chris says I got his tone perfectly. With the ha ha ha. Anyway, 6 pages, Jason answered. 6 pages. Mini comic bundles are 6 pages. So that brings us to a topic we never actually got to last ICD and Friends, ash cans. We started talking and then we ended up talking about D&D again. And
That's
part
why
of it
you're
was
wrong.
my audio quality last time.
Dude,
I've had
D&D
a hell of a
is our
time.
Venom.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
So, mini comic bundles are not ash cans, but they are black and white. They're small. They're kind of the more cheaply produced but great reads. John, tell us about ash cans.
So
Hey, full screen them.
no.
How do you
But before I get into that one, you're at 8
No,
Patreon now.
no, we're not. No, we're not. We're not. I don't know what you're talking about. You just got deleted. We don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, we're not at 8. Nothing.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. We don't even know the number 8.
So, okay. So, I personally enjoy having ash cans. I actually have a couple that I own. Just like Sea of Stars, issue 1 ash can that was, I think it was about 50 of them were made and signed. I had Undiscovered Country from Scott Snyder, the ash can version of that. So, yeah, so ash cans are about 4 to 8 pages. It really is just something that it's a teaser. Sometimes you're working on a project and it takes time. Some have made 16 pages, some do 26 pages of a comic book. It's going to take time to get there, but if you can actually start hyping it up with a little bit of marketing, a little bit of a teaser, the ash cans are perfect. You get them out in people's hands, you can make them digital, just so they can see, okay, this is going on. Or they can also be something like, hey, these are future projects that we're working on. They're enjoyable. I have a couple of companies who actually I'm getting a couple from them, creators. I have I want to say about 50 from them coming, and these are things I can either give in other graded comics I sell. I can just say, hey, and anybody gonna get a free copy of it because it's something that helps promote the comic. It's something to help get it in people's hands. Just because you might be finished later on in the year, but you still want people to start talking about it right now or in March. And to some people, they are collector's items. Some people enjoy collecting ash cans.
Yeah, certain ash cans on eBay go big.
Yeah.
I have the last Ronin that was just a 4-page ash can. I mean, it's not nothing special, but it's just a nice. But it's a very different size. So size of the ash can does matter because you want to make sure it's something that's going to be able to easily fit in a bag and cover, a bag and board.
Jason says ash cans are my favorite size of comic. It's one of the things I like about the minis. You're getting a fast-paced comic that is built to grab attention.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, because I've been thinking of those too, and I know we talked about it before. So my idea with this, I want to try to do a off panels type of deal with my ash cans. So it'd be like the stuff that's happening that you weren't seeing in the full size comic, and things that are going on. So, and I know with Temple High, I wanted to kind of do its own little Halloween type stories. Ash cans would be perfect. Instead of doing a full comic of it, I could do it as an ash can, So
it's all about the exposure. It's all about the promotion. You created something. You don't want to wait until the end of the year to finally show the full product. You want to maybe give a little teaser like, hey, check this out. Come pick it up. Read it digitally, read it in hand. Personally, I like to read things in hand, just to, the feel of it, the smell of it, because I grew up when you had to go to the library to pick up books. So,
haven't did that in a long time.
Yeah, right.
I really like ash cans for indie creators because a few creators actually come to mind about people who have come to me saying, I just can't. I don't have enough money right now to finish my book, but I can't keep piquing interest in it. Ash cans might be a great way to go. A cheap print run and piques that interest and maybe gets you a little extra funds to keep on producing.
Do you a series? You could take issue 1 and turn it into a series of 6 or whatever, however many pages you have.
Yep.
I'm all about it. I'm down to try it.
Okay, so it's agreed. Everybody, Matt says he's down with it, and so everybody make ash
2 of
cans.
ours are ready, man.
I think I might, because y'all did it with this Kickstarter, right? You did your ash can with One Last Shop.
Yeah, we have an ash can together for it as something that you can add on, and I think there's a tier that's on there as well. And then we're doing one for Paradigm 2 whenever John sends me the size specs for it. then I can fix it and send it to him.
I can get that to
This
you
is a
later
good
on.
point too from Jason. It's bait fishing. Toss something small in, use it to catch the big one. It's great data collection.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
so
especially for starting
ahead.
out, but even more, one of the things Matt and I have been really looking at lately is that, dude, giving away Tilt 1 has been a game changer.
That's what I was going to say. Building your email list through giving away something free. I mean, email lists, people don't think it is anymore, but email lists are still gold because you have a list of people you can send. Yeah. So
every week.
Go ahead, Quinn.
Every week I get an email from AWA going, resubscribe, and you'll get a digital code for Comixology for the first issue. This week was The American Ronin. And I don't remember what last week was. But personally, I don't know about you guys, geek on a budget here, so anything that I don't have to pay for, it goes up on my list of things that I'll read.
Well, even beyond that, you know, it was crazy to us that Tilt came out, you know, in May will have been 2 years, and we've only been giving away for free for 2 months now, maybe, or no, since January. And we're just constantly getting orders now for either the first issue or the set of the 3. And it's 2 years old, and people are still just now discovering it because we're indie creators. And so the goal is get it in their hands, and if they like it, they're going to come back. And we've gotten so many messages from people that are just excited to have found it. And we're like, dude, it's to us, it's old content, but to the mass, they haven't read it yet. So
also there's that there's that other marketing side of it too, where it's showing that you trust your product enough to say, hey, here, have it for free.
Yep.
And if you like it,
want to pay for it later.
If you don't, you won't.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And a lot of people like that too. They're like, oh, they must be confident in this, you know, and then they come back and buy. Because I know after this Cypher Team Kickstarter, that's what I'm doing. Since Cypher Team is the flagship, I'm going to start doing the same thing with Cypher Team. Start giving that away for free.
I will always put my name in an email list sign up for a free comic book, like just about always.
Yep. I will at least use one of my spam accounts.
Exactly.
Well, use your spam account when I start that. It's probably going to be in March.
Yeah. See, but it doesn't matter if they do or not, because as long as they get the book and they read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's
because,
the key.
Because that's the thing. They may think we're tricking them, but really you're here, try this book. And they go, oh man, I actually like this. Yeah. And it's like, crap.
Do you have issue 2? Do you have issue 2? Yeah, I got issue 2.
And so many people are scared to do that, I feel like, because they're giving away something for free, something that they paid for to do.
Oh, we were that way.
Were you?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. It's we would only send it to reviewers or people that we, you know, actually enjoy. But we had never really, because it's that exact reason. It's like, dude, we paid for this. We campaigned the crap. Well, till one, we didn't even campaign. We paid for it out of the Paradigm Kickstarter. But, you know, then it came down to it. We're just like, it's time to try it. And as soon as we did, it's like, man, it's crazy that you can make something 2 years old relevant again.
Mm-hmm. And I will say, if you're a creator out there too that maybe has 2 or 3 books out, make a sampler too. Like do a sampler, so you're not giving away the whole issue. If that makes you feel more comfortable, put out a sampler. Again, I will sign up all day long to get a sampler.
Because I did that for free comic book day. Like back in 2019, I did that. I made a sampler. And people actually they grabbed a sampler because it was free, walked into the comic book shop, turned around and said, do you have this book here? And I'm like, yep. And they'll buy it right there on the spot, you know, because they saw through the pages, you know, saw what they liked, saw what fit their style of the genre they wanted to read. And they came right back out and brought it. That's kind of when I started finding out that Arisha Exos was going to do way better than I thought it was. Like I hadn't, like, after a while that book started dying.
Dude.
But then people jumped on it again, and I'm like, "Wow, okay."
You could do a whole episode on how hard it is to gauge when you're a creator, how hard it is to gauge the books you put out, because we never get it right, not once. Never thought Welcome to Everville would do what it did. Never thought that we would fund this book as quick as we did. You don't know.
Same with Stars. Same with Stars. Like I didn't know it was Stars either. I was like,
they don't want to admit it.
People like Stars, and then I had like mothers telling me that their sons liked reading Stars, like their younger sons loved it, and then I'm just like, wow, okay, I guess Star. And then of course, you know, the cosplayers who cosplay the characters, and they're bringing light to stars and it's growing, and I'm like, this is doing way better than I thought it would, you know. But
Patrick Foreman says that's true. Patrick, I believe, if I'm right, co-creator of Black Cotton, new book coming out from Scout.
Scout.
I hope that's all right.
That's Scout.
See you, Patrick.
Yeah, the one thing I remember me and Aaron saying, like we have those conversations, and it was, even after you read one of them, like I think Aaron only bought the digital of Black Jackets, like the first one, or something like that, and he was like, man, next time I liked it. Next time he does one, I'm gonna buy 1, 2, and 3 so I can have the physicals of them.
And I told Mike that
it was the exact thing of why, one of the reasons why we did what we did too.
I'm honest about that crap though, because there's like, if it's a creator I don't know, man, I'm getting sick of going physical and just having books that I couldn't care less about. Not to be mean, but some of those books like you get and you're just like, God, I wish I didn't spend like I should have just got digital and so I could delete it. And then other times it's the flip where you're like, now that I got the digital, I need all the physical.
Yeah. There was a book I went all in on Kickstarter. I won't name it, but it was around this time last year, and went all in, got like the variant covers. This last time I'll probably get variant covers through Kickstarter, and I got the book, and it was so disappointing. So disappointing. I was like,
I've been there.
Man, do you remember that, Tier?
Yeah, I remember we talked about that.
Yeah, so disappointing. I won't back issue 2.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's the same. That's why I go like if I don't know the creator, and that's the reason why I do digital tiers too, because if someone doesn't know me, and you feel uncomfortable buying the physical, well, you can buy digital, and then if you like it, then you can find us because I always put a little link up there to my store or to one of my social media sites. After the Kickstarter, you can find out where I'm at and get the
digital,
physical.
man. Hey, if you didn't like it, delete it.
Exactly.
And if you don't know the creator, there is a spot you can go and search to see if it's been reviewed. It's indiecomicsdispatch.com. We have a 5-star rating system that you can check out to see how that book might fare.
Starsky and Hutch has been reviewed.
They have been.
I've never given
a video
5-star
review too. No, you haven't.
Have I? I don't think I have. I don't think I've ever given a 5-star up there.
What a jerk.
I think I've had a couple of 5 stars, but
yeah, you have. You have.
Yeah.
Scorpio, I don't think.
Tears like this page didn't flip as quick as I thought it would. So
why are these pages stuck together?
All right. This is so printed on paper. I hate it.
Yeah.
So we are coming close to an hour. I want to give Quentin a moment to promote his interview, his new series, Quentin's Engine Works, that starts tomorrow. Catch it on ICD channels plus Quentin's personal page. Quentin, tell us who you're interviewing tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'm interviewing James Patrick. He's the author of Kaiju Score, but you guys probably know him better for some of his earlier work. If you're a Harley Quinn fan at all, the Joker's Asylum, where Harley's standing with with basically her hand cannon. He wrote that. So we're talking about that. We're going to be talking about Kaiju Score, a couple of the other projects he has going on. We're going to talk about the movie deal he has going with Kaiju Score. And anything else that may come along the way.
I just want to say Quentin's going to be the first interviewer that we know of that's going to be asking him about his movie deal for Kaiju Score. So that's a Dispatch and Quentin exclusive right there.
That is dope. Congrats.
Tune in tomorrow night. Guys, anything else you guys want to plug before we get going?
I just remembered I did give a 5-star. I lied.
You did? Oh yeah, you did.
I did give a 5-star. But it was because that dude
to his own book.
Yeah. No. I would never
and
do
the
that.
book was called Stars.
This is perfection.
I would never review my own book, but it was for Wall Breakers because that book was beautiful. It was beautiful, and he hand lettered it. So as a letterer, I was like, so as soon as I saw that it was hand lettered, I started looking for mistakes on purpose, and I didn't find any. And I was like, man, this is.
It's like, white out, man.
Digital. Well, I look for that too. Like to look to see.
I would have been like, dude, I can't find this font. I can't find this font anywhere.
Wow.
What
Sometimes
font
you can
did you
catch
use?
residue, like whiteout residue
Mhm.
when folks hand letter, but I didn't see that. I was just like, dang. Snowy Works. Yeah,
Yep.
that wall breakers.
Snowy
That
Works.
was dope.
Our
And
partner
it was a
for
good. It
Tales
was
from the
great pricing.
Dispatch.
Yep. That was a nice segue.
Yeah, wasn't it?
That was smooth.
I'm all about them. Um,
What a pro.
Scorpio, you've already said you are doing Burlap Comics next week.
Yeah.
Part of the Covenant Comics comic group. So that will be, tell us date and time.
That is going to be on February 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there. Be ready.
As again,
have
live
fun.
on Dispatch channels plus Scorpio's YouTube channel.
How you gonna tell me to tell all the stuff and then you just come and interject, bro? Come on.
I'm hosting the show. I'm moving on.
Taking too long, Scorpio. Wrap it up.
That's what I'm
Now
about.
I forgot what the hell I was going to say next. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I wanted to get to that. Patrons can get a exclusive podcast feed of these interviews through their Patreon account. So you can watch it live or you can catch it via podcast if you're driving via Patreon. So got to be a patron. And I do want to say thank you to our latest patron that I got the notification for on my phone not very long ago. We're up to 8 patrons. John from Encased Comics, thank you for becoming a patron.
That's what I'm talking about.
I wasn't kidding. I want to see you play.
You weren't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I might set up another email account just to see.
Exactly same here. Yeah. I'm
Let's
gonna have Sovereign Comics and Tier. Because Sovereign Comics,
Hey,
now Tier is
find
gonna
this the Scorpio Chronicles guy. I don't know who he is.
Just gonna
I
change
also
his
want to
YouTube
give
name.
Starsky and Hutch there a chance. They just had their 50th episode of Beards and Comics. Guys, plug your podcast.
Congrats.
Yeah, appreciate it. 50th episode and our 1 year anniversary fell on the same week. So if you guys missed the live stream we did, we had Joe from Tilt on, and we went through our experience of making Tilt, and then we kind of did a read through of the book. And so if you guys missed that, it'll be everywhere tomorrow morning. But yeah, definitely check it out if you're into indie comics and what it's like behind the scenes. And
You can get that book for free.
You can get that book for free at catalystcomicstudio.com/join. Again, that's catalystcomicstudio.com/join. And remember to continuously look at Indie Comics Dispatch for any new news.
Yes. Coming soon.
A lot of good stuff coming soon.
I think
Teasers.
Teasers.
my dog's behind me.
Nice.
Will one of my many children let the dog out? Sorry if you're listening to the podcast. We may or may not edit that out.
Who let the dog out?
No, edit it out. Yeah. Let the dog out. That should have been your question.
That should have been who let the dog out.
So wait, so it's your 1 year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. So it looks like in 2 weeks is going to be my 1 year.
Oh, that's adorable.
Aww.
Oh wow.
Look
We're
at
all
us.
in this
Look at us
together.
all.
I know we are in this together.
We're on this together.
Me is gonna be
Nobody? Nobody? No.
I know where it came from.
Thank you.
I just wanted you to stop.
And on that note, we are going to stop, guys. Thank you for tuning in this week. Don't forget, patreon.com/indiecomicsdispatch. We are back here again next week. It's Artist Night. We're going to have indie comic artists on the show, artists of all different types. We actually have a music composer coming on the show who composes theme songs for indie comics. So it's going to be a fun show. Tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel. If you don't get that reference, then you're definitely not as old as I am. We will see you next week, everybody.
Superman.
That's
Wow.
wrong.
I was gonna say Mighty Mouse